Hey everybody, welcome back. At this time, we will be creating our luminity sensor. So check it out. It's working. No lights. It's working. It's working. It's working. So do you want to know the physics behind this or the robotics behind this? Let's hit on the ground running. Oh, it's working. So the first part that we need is to get our circuit. So here we have the circuit diagram, right? The circuit diagram is pretty easy to understand because here we have, this is recorded, this is the BC548. You gotta recall the data sheet, right? The data sheet is the public document where you can find all the features and all the information related to this component, right? Now here we have this this is a transistor, right? I can also define this like pin number 1, pin number 2, and pin number 3. Okay, you gotta record that this pin, this diagram or this components has 3 main pins, right? You gotta start working from start counting from left to right, right? Left to right. Okay. So that's the main basic concept. Okay, this is the okay. Now also this is the pin, right? Now this is the way that you're going to connect this. Then the pin number 1, here the main idea is here is flowing 5 volts. Here this resistance is helping us to reduce, okay, reduce regarding this, because regarding this, more resistance, less current, less resistance, more current. Okay, this LED is like a resistance that has polarity because it has mass, it has plus and positive and negative, and you gotta pay a lot of attention. The LED does have a pin that is the negative, and you gotta record that is the shortest one, right? Here, you gotta record that this is the pin number 1. Then it's collecting this, and the transistor is acting like a switch, right? It has 3 main functions. One of them is act like a switch. This is the photo resistance, right? The photo resistance, and it means that it will control the amount of energy based on how much energy is absorbing, right? How much energy is absorbing, it will affect how much energy will be flowing, right? This is a variable resistance that is all up to about how much energy is flowing on it, right? How much light is flowing, right? Now this is the diagram. You gotta write this diagram down, right? So the next part that we need to understand is that here you gotta connect the 3 main pins, right? This, as you gotta recall, the BC or other transistors that do have pins, right? It has 3 main pins. You gotta start counting from left to right, right? From left to right, from left to right. Okay. So the next concept, okay. Now this concept is, what is the main function of the BC548? 48. The main function is like amplifier, reducer, and switcher. 3 main functions: amplifier, reducer, switcher, right? LED is like a resistor with polarity that brights. It's easy to understand. That's why the LED is acting like a protection, right? It's a protection for the circuit, right? Resistance main function is to protect, the same that a LED, then that's why I'm saying. But the resistance, they don't have polarity, right? You can connect the resistance whatever you want and it won't be affected, okay? Now the intensity is equal voltage divided resistance regarding Ohm's law, right? Regarding Ohm's law. Then we are saying more resistance, less current. More resistance, less current. More resistance, less current. More resistance, less. More current, less resistant. More current, less resistant. Okay? More resistant, less current. More current, less resistance. This is the proportion, right? Also, you got to record that the voltage, that in parallel voltage is the same. Serial current is the same. Okay? Do you want to practice something? Let's do it.